Oh, there we go. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Good day, good evening to you all. I mean, it's 3:30, but it's almost dusk, so let's get to it. Man, I am Cam from the point. If you are just now hearing this for the first time and you are not on YouTube, um, I've been meaning to do this for a while. And sorry, I wanted to, you know, let's do some music, get some research. Um, make sure I had facts straight before we just get on here and just say anything. But before we just say anything, made in the 1980s, episode 36 is up right now. The Wang Dang Doodle, and please say the damn doodle birthday episode live, live right now. Whether you are audio person or if you're a video person, no matter what your vice is, in this realm, we got it up there for you, man. We got it up there. And hope you check it out. And the original episode 36, which will now be episode 37, will be going live this coming week. So we already got one in the tuck for you. Pause if necessary. Make sure you do that. Make sure you cop the merch. You know what I'm saying? Made in 1980s merch. I am trying to collaborate or get a better situation with merch because even I can't get a specific item that I'm looking for. So maybe, just maybe, one of you out there are able to, you know, put me in line with a cool distributor or creator, fellow creator or creative. And we put together something super exclusive, even if not for the fall, winter here, for next spring, summer into next fall. I don't plan on going anywhere but to the top with this brand I'm developing, with this trademark I'm developing. So let me know how you feel about that. And please reach out. I'd greatly appreciate it. Ah, man, music talk. I live for these moments. I live for these things of this nature. Um, Tired of y'all Mike Tyson takes. Let me stir the pot a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? And salute to Mike Tyson too, man. I don't care what none of you say. Mike Tyson is alive and well, and from what I understand, $20 million richer. So it's a dub. It's a W for one of my childhood heroes or people I idolize. I got Mike. You can't even see him. I got Mike Tyson right above me uh, in this painting here. And yo, man, yeah, I would have tried to kill Jake Paul if he knocked Mike Tyson out, bro. You out your mind. You got your effing mind. But enough of that, man. Grammys. So the first thing I wanted to do was make sure that I had the I guess the submission period right, and wanted to make sure that every song that was possible was you know got the chance to be acknowledged or nominated for a Grammy. But I remember two very key important things. Is that one, um artists and or labels have to submit their work to the Grammy board for it to be reviewed. So automatically there, and just knowing that tidbit of information, right? Just knowing that small amount of information, it does make me look at the Grammys a bit differently. Yes, it is still going to be the biggest night, and for some, the greatest night in music every single year. Um, yes, it will be a celebration, or it should be a celebration of everyone amongst their own peers and being recognized. But the fact that the Grammy board itself just doesn't pick everybody like I thought they did for so many years. They just picked everyone, and that's how they made these decisions and announcements. It just hits differently. I don't know if it's necessarily better or worse. It's kind of like how I was telling my daughter not too long ago about like art competitions. She just likes to create for the sake of creating. But when you ask her to do a contest, she's not really feeling it. So I look at it like that, and it's not. I'm not here on this stream to tell you how legit or not the Grammys are. That's not my place or my purpose. I don't even want to be involved in that kind of conversation. Because you can only get right what is submitted and what's submitted within the time frame. And if I remember right, and I am going to look it up again, but I believe the cutoff date for anything uh, Grammy related for this year was August 30th, 2024. August 30th, 2024. That's when your entry had to be in. You had to submit your music that was out. So and the entry process runs from July 17th through Friday, August 30th. So you literally got the summer to get your thing together or to get your thing out. That's what she said. And you are able to submit for the Grammys. Tavares, what's up, my brother? And so with that, it being a short window, but a lot of music came out. And the first thing that popped up to me is that there was little to no talk about Drake nominations, because I definitely thought I would see, as an example, first person shooter. I really thought that would be a rap song submission, like, best rap performance, best rap song, anything like that. And no nods, no noms for that. But then I forgot, oh, well, Drake don't mess with the Grammys. And I would love to know the backstory on that. There is obviously some reason why Drake does not mess with the Grammys, but I do want to know. Like, he gotta let us in on the secret. I don't know if it's if it's like a Cash Money thing or Young Money thing. I don't know if he felt snubbed or slighted for his first album, because for all things considered, and I know this is not the best time or climate to be talking about this, but just keeping the bean, with the run that we've seen Drake go on, he should have way more Grammys than what he has. He just should. And that's not caping, that's just reality. He should just have more Grammys. I would venture to say, because he's crossed so many genres and he has had so many moments, not in just hip hop, but pop and even R&B, I would expect Drake specifically to have 20 Grammys, from just being honest. We've never seen a run like this from any artist ever. And it just makes sense that he would be nominated. That's all. He would be nominated, and he would have more. That's all. And maybe just maybe they don't submit, all the time for Drake albums or Drake singles or the artists that Drake collabs with. You know, maybe maybe they literally just don't have him listed or anything like that. But it just seems weird that, I'm saying, like, he's one of, if not the biggest artist of last decade, and he has 5 Grammys, including the one he got just like last year. Like, that's insane. But I digress. This ain't the Drake cast. This ain't the Drake live. I want to talk about, some of the other nominations here. I'm gonna save the best song and best album for last. Let's get into these hip hop joints, man. Let's get into these rap joints. You know what I like to do. You know what I'm here to do. But first, I did not know that there was a new category called R&B rap and spoken word poetry. I did not know that. Okay. And off the rip, I'm just picking Malik Yusef because that's who I know and respect the most out of some of these, but in some ways who I know, period. Because like I didn't think Amari Hardwick was a serious artist in this realm, but that's dope that he got nominated. Super dope. Queen Sheba, definitely heard the name, not familiar with a lot of her work. Then you got Tank and the Bangers. Now, is this Tank like R&B Tank, R&B Money Tank? I didn't do the due diligence. I just happened to just come across this. And Mad Skills. So hey, look, y'all, he's doing more than the wrap up that you're not listening to anymore, and in place of Uncle Murders. And that's no disrespect. That's just what happened over time. I'm not in control of how the people are reacting to one wrap up versus the other. But the 7 number ones by Mad Skills is on here as well. But hey, they got good music, Universe Sonic Cinema, episode 1. In the beginning was the word by Malik Yusef. Hey, I'm just gonna pick Malik Yusef. I don't care. Don't care. I ain't gonna hear no more. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? That is it. That is it for me. And we can go there. I am a little taken aback, unless he did not submit, because Bob James definitely did drop a jazz album this year. Unless that was last year. Let me check. But Bob James went on a run. And because matter of fact, Jazzy Jeff, him and Jazzy Jeff finally got a joint together, and it's on the last album that I listened to. Man, I could be out of my mind here, but I could have swore that album came out this year and not last year. Jazz Hands, no, Jazz Hands was 2023. I stand corrected. Never mind. We're gonna keep it moving. But scroll back up here, bro. Let's do this. Let me give y'all some of my predictions. We'll keep it real simple. We'll stick it rap hip hop. Best rap album, right? Cole, Might Delete Later, which I do love, by the way. On the Auditorium Volume 1, Common and Pete Rock. Now I'm shocked that this would be here, but I haven't listened to it yet. So, Alligator Bites Never Healed, Doshi. This is a pretty fire album right here. Definitely worth your ears, man or woman. Doshi Gets Busy. You should check it out. The Death of Slim Shady. Hey, Wang and I had a conversation about this album. We feel obviously 2 conflicting ways on this. But I thought The Death of Slim Shady was a super dope album. I think Eminem is still proving that as a storyteller, as a rhymer, as a lyricist, he's still top tier. Still top tier. So this is a great submission. We Don't Trust You, Future, and Metro Boomin. Now, I won't lie to you. I think for everything considered, I think Future and Metro are going to win with We Don't Trust You. I do think this is their dub to take. I think this is their award to lose, but not because maybe these other albums aren't great, from an artistic standpoint. I think these are, outside of the Auditorium. I'm sorry, I have not listened to that yet. So I listened to 4 out of 5 of these albums. And out of the 4 I heard, I think when you look at just the media storm We Don't Trust You caused, obviously like that on this album. Very big record in hip hop. If we're talking about rap music specifically, that was the biggest song of the year until damn Not Like Us came out. What would have I liked to seen in this category? But it's hard to say who should or should not be on here. But hey, Benny the Butcher. Everybody Can't Go. I thought that was an extremely dope album. I think it would have fit the criteria for what they got going on here, and it dropped in February of this year. A little shocked that LL Cool J The Force did not get added to this list. Again, I have not listened to the Common album, but I'm surprised that Better Me Than You, Big Sean, wasn't just a nomination. It's just, and I'm just speaking solely on nominations. If they were trying to, do that thing that they were doing for 2 or 3 years in a row where they were adding a woman, then hey, Sugar Honey Iced Tea by Lotto, I would kind of expected that to be there. She had a big start to the year. So, needless to say, there are a lot of albums that could have been added, but these are the ones. I won't lie, we don't trust you, future Metro Boomin. I think the work that Metro does on this is phenomenal, phenomenal production work. I think if he hasn't already, he probably should have crept into a lot of top fives for producers. Hey man, and for nothing else, look, the Mobb Deep fan in me wants this to win a Grammy solely because Prodigy is almost between every song. And one of his classic rants before going to jail, I believe, um, is all through this album, and that makes it even better. Metro did some beats and some production on here that I didn't think he was capable of doing, so that's also awesome. You dig? So I love that. Hey yo, 21 Savage, American Dream. When we started off the year, 21 Savage came out the gate, dropped his album. I'm kind of shocked. He didn't get a nomination, but I will say, after that first quarter, it did kind of go quiet for him. Same with Blue Lips, Schoolboy Q. It's so interesting because so many people had very good to great starts to the year, but yet here are the albums that I guess I just recognize, or these again, they could be the albums that were submitted. This is another reason why I'm going to do album reviews, because there's so much music. I could give you another 5 potential nominations, but to represent 2024, I am not mad at what we have here. I am going to listen to that Common and Pete Rock very soon. So let's keep it going. A best rap song, right? Asteroids, Rhapsody, and Hit Boy. Carnival. This is everybody, right? It's Kanye, Ty Dolla $ign, Rich the Kid, Playboy Cardi. You know, which I ain't gonna front. It's a dope song, but I will admit, I finally admit, man, Kanye just his production always pristine, always elite, but the Kanye joints, they taking a step back, man. Then the chorus look is like that, Future, Metro, and Kendrick. And then it's Not Like Us, Kendrick. And then Yeah Glow by Glorilla. Now look, we know this is like Kendrick's award to lose, right? He has a 2-in-1 shot of winning this, so I definitely don't see him not leaving with the Grammy this time. But if I had to pick a joint to just kind of just like really put the cap on a great year for a newer artist, I would absolutely see Yeah Glow winning this and it not being like a shocker or a stun or a snub. It's not. Like, Yeah Glow was a really big record. It's a really good record too. It's a really good record. And it's inspirational in the second verse. You know what I'm saying? I like Glorilla. I think I've been very vocal about that. I don't think that is a surprise to any of you. But again, if it's about popularity, obviously Kendrick runs away with this. If it's solely about art, the race is a little closer. But I think we can all agree, whether it's like that or not like us, this is the award is going to Kendrick some way or another. Um, I don't have a preference over either one. And right now, for best rap song, you really can't go against Kendrick, because even with him doing the least, and the least I'm talking about as far as like just promotion, there's no album. He didn't do any, hip hop or black media interviews, but yet, you know, he used his Instagram and YouTube and put out 2 of the biggest records of the year. You could argue 4 of the biggest records of the year if you're with Euphoria and also Meet the Grams. So, again, rap wise, who out rapped Kendrick this year? Nobody. So it's fine. It's fine. That's all I got on that, because what else can you say, right? Best Melodic rap performance. Now, see, this is where I get a little just odd, okay? Because Kehlani, oh well, that's the name of the song, but Jordan, Adetunji, I think, and Kehlani, they have a song, and then Beyonce and Shabuzi and Linda Martell, Spaghetti. We Don't Trust You, Future and Metro, featuring The Weeknd. I don't really like The Weeknd, but I don't know. I just feel like other songs could have been on here versus that, I guess. But you know what? I will say I did like the effort here. Big Mama, Lotto, which I ain't gonna lie, it's probably my pick out of these. At 3 a.m. Rhapsody featuring Erykah Badu, which, you know what? I'll keep it a bean. If that one's picked, I ain't mad. I'm not mad. That can win. I don't care if 3 a.m. and Big Mama win. I'll tell you what though, for these rap and hip hop categories, if every song that This Is Drake wins an award this night, then we know the fix is in. Like, that would be wild. And there's no shortage of disdain for Drake at this point in his career, right? But if every song that about him ends up winning a Grammy, it might look a little nasty. It might be a nasty looking night. So just keep that in mind as these lists and these nominations continue to roll through. But yes, a Big Mama or 3 a.m. Even though, you know what, not for nothing. Because depending on because I don't think Shabuzi or Beyonce are going to win in their other categories, and we'll talk about it. So they might give it to Spaghetti just because, but I think if we were really keeping it real, I think Lotto, and I think just because of the category best melodic rap performance, then I would just go 3M, Rhapsody, and Erykah Badu. Just makes sense to me. Excuse me. All right. So now best rap performance. For rap performance, single or track only. Again, here we go again. Enough. Miami, Cardi B, a song that I really thought was going to be a lot bigger this year than it was. I'm actually very surprised by that. When the Sun Shines Again, featuring Wakanda and P Rock, featuring Paz from De La Soul. I'm sorry. Nissan Altima, Doshi, Houdini, Eminem. We can throw that one right out of there. They ain't gonna win. Like That. Yeah, Glow. Not Like Us. Again, here we go. Now, if you're asking me, so now let's keep it a fair one. If Kendrick is definitely gonna win Best Rap Song, I got Glorilla winning Best Rap Performance. Out of all of these songs, the performance of Yeah Glow is the best. The best. Glow can out rap Kendrick, and I'm not here to argue no stupid stuff like that. But for performing a song, if she's performing at the Grammys, which I actually do kind of hope she gets this opportunity to do it, she's gonna go up. I think that Glorilla is one of the best new performers in specifically Black music right now. She's obviously taken a lot of seriousness to her career. I think she's really working. I think Yo Gotti and the CMG team are doing an amazing job with her development. So if there is one that I think Glow can really win, it's absolutely best rap performance, and I don't think they should deny us that. So let's go up here to best rap album. I mean, best rap album, best R&B album. Best R&B album. You got Chris Brown, 11:11, the deluxe joint. Layla Hathaway, Vanta Black, Revenge, Money Long, Algorithm, Lucky Day, and Coming Home by Usher. We can get that right on up out of here. Let's get that out of here. You know what, man? Hey, look, biased here, okay? And I even heard all the album, not the deluxe. Chris Brown. I want Chris Brown to win the Grammy. I want Chris Brown to win the Grammy because 15 years ago now, was that 15 years ago? 15 or 16 years ago? Chris Brown's life and career was almost ruined forever on Grammy night. So I would love for the redemption story to be that Chris Brown, after decades of being shunned, dismissed, blackballed, ridiculed, criticized, all of it. Some of it was his fault. A lot of it was his fault. And some of it was just backlash. I would love for the story to be at the 2025 Grammys is that he battled and overcame all of that and ended up winning Best R&B Album at the Grammys. I would love that story for Chris Brown. I think it's an important story for Chris Brown. We can't scream, rehabilitation and the best apology is change behavior and, don't hold me to the standard of who I was 10, 15, 20 years ago, or, I was a kid then. We can't say all these things in regards to every other artist, athlete, entertainer, and we still treating Chris Brown the way we do. Listen, I am not saying that he is innocent of anything he's ever been accused of. I'm not. But I am definitely saying the more docs come out, the more personal accounts come out, the more that court cases are revealed, Chris Brown looks like one of the other peas in the pod. And he ain't that bad of a pea at this point. But this kind of stuff that we are seeing about legends, icons, some of the most heralded artists, producers, executives ever in the world, ever in music history, all the things that we have ever heard. And it's not comparing sins and comparing your right versus their wrong or whatever. I'm just saying, we, the people, and we, the music industry, they really tried to bury Chris Brown like under the jail and under hell. They wanted them lower than hell. So I would love for Chris Brown to win this Grammy, whether he shows up or not. I would love for him to win it because I think that is, one, the true respect of his artistry, his original mission, which was to become one of the greatest entertainers ever, if not the greatest. I'm just speaking for him on that in that point. And I think a lot of young artists need to see that redemption story, specifically young Black artists. There's this unfortunate thing with Black artists where, you make one mistake and you're done, whether you go to jail or drug addiction or, violent crime, non-violent crimes, anything, you say the wrong word, you offend the wrong group of people, this is your political view, this is your religious view, and nobody seems to get nailed to the cross more than Black artists over that. And it's messed up, Meanwhile, you have like a Jason Aldean anyway that can be like, yo, it's up, it's Trump or nothing. And his fan base is galvanized over that, and they go support even more. Or, like just other artists in other genres of music are able to make a religious or political stance. And yeah, mainstream media may not love them as much as they did, but it doesn't seem to hold the same amount of detriment that happens when Black artists do it. And man, I would just like one of us or a handful of us to be just redemptive, to really subscribe to that. We're not a monolith. To really subscribe to that and live it and be like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm a Trump supporter, but hey, this slap. Or, hey, they voted for Kamala, but hey, you know what? This fire though. I mess with this, he's a Muslim or he's a Buddhist or she's, she's Jehovah Witness, but this go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would love for that to be the thing for us. And of course, obviously, it's always the best recipe, never talk politics or religion. But some people are really about this. Their art is just what they create, but their religion or their political stance is what they do. Um, but all of that's again to just say, man, I just really pray for more redemptive stories of Black artists. I think it's important. And if I didn't say it, yeah, Chris Brown. I want him to win the best R&B album. It's not to say that all these other ones are not good or great. I haven't. I ain't gonna lie. I have not heard Layla Hathaway's album. I ain't gonna lie to you. But when I saw Chris Brown was nominated for a Grammy, that's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to hear. Chris Brown, please, thank you. Best progressive R&B album. Now this is. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't listened to none of this. Okay, I ain't listened to none of this yet. So we're gonna have to come back to this. Avery Sunshine is in there. Duran Bernard, I do know of him. I have not heard this En Route album though. Childish Gambino, I love Bino. Kehlani Crash, her albums be cool, but and Why Lord by Anderson. Oh, Anderson .Paak is in another group. Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. And you know what? No worries. Hey, look, I gotta come back to that because honestly, this looks like a real vibey category, and I'm not mad at it. But I just gotta listen to these albums, and I'm not about to tell y'all about something I never listened to. So we'll get back to that, and as soon as I do, I'll let y'all know. So best R&B song. Okay, so After Hours, by Kehlani. You got a Burning, Tim's, which I ain't gonna front. Hey, here we go. Coco Jones. I do love that joint. Ruined Me, Money Long. And Saturn by SZA. So now look, I ain't gonna front. SZA's probably gonna win this category, but I like Tim's. I like Tim's a lot. I didn't know how much I liked Tim's until one day, I want to say 2 or 3 of her joints came on, and I just couldn't stop getting this on to it the whole time. Everything with Tim's art. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I like Tim's. She crazy. She go crazy. I'm actually starting to love a lot of her music. I seen Coco Jones perform live. Was it maybe last fall? I really like Coco Jones. She's super dope. That was up for, to me, I think it could be up for grabs more, but I think SZA kind of just like run the world whenever she drops. So, SZA winning ain't the end of the world. You dig? So, best traditional R&B performance. Now, this is interesting because they got Wet by Marsha Ambrosius. Can I Have This Groove, King and Dixon, which I ain't gonna lie, that might be the one. No Lie, Layla Hathaway featuring Michael McDonald. Now, hold on. Whoa. Michael McDonald on this? Hey, Make Me Forget, Money Long, and That's You, Lucky Day. Hey, listen, I am not gonna say anything until I hear this Layla Hathaway, Michael McDonald joint. Because off the rip, I'm like, something in my mind was just like, no, Michael McDonald got to win this. So I'm just gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that alone. Best R&B performance, Guidance by Jhené Aiko. Residuals, Chris Brown. Here we go. Coco Jones, Made for Me. Okay, live on BET. Interesting. Okay, and Saturn SZA. Okay, again, I would love for Chris Brown to win this award. But since I was just talking about performances and who I specifically like, Coco Jones, best R&B performance. Because I do think out of this category, she's the best singer in this category. I really do believe that. So I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at the Coco Jones dub right there. But again, SZA in the category, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe from SZA, and you can count that. You know what I'm saying? So to speed this up, because I got something else I want to say. We'll speed past the rock and all of that. Even though I do know some of these. I might get y'all hip to some joints here, but never mind. Check it out. This is what we're gonna do. let's get down to the nitty-gritty, right? Because we are here for the main joints. And I should cover pop a different day too. We might just do that. But interesting here. Interesting situation here. Producer of the year. Who got nominated for producer of the year? Okay, beautiful. Oh, Mustard. Nice. I think Metro Boomin should be in this category though. No way that Metro Boomin should not be in this category. But hey, look, Mustard only needed Not Like Us, and he was in there. That's a fair. Wild but fair. So let's talk real quick. Best new artist. Let's talk. Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doshi, uh, Krugabin, Ray, Chappelle Roan, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims. Not gonna lie to y'all. If I had to pick one person out of this, it would be Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims' voice is immaculate. I know Shabuzi is, Shabuzi is Shabuzi. I won't lie. I saw him live. He wasn't bad. I just didn't feel it. But that don't mean that he not going up. Sabrina Carpenter, who bring the 80s back along with Chappelle Roan. They're doing a lot of 80s rock and pop inspired music right now, which I do like a lot. Doshi, I already told you about Doshi and how dope I think she is. But Teddy Swims, man, I'm gonna pick the guy who I believe. Well, I haven't heard of Krugenbin. I haven't heard this person, but Teddy Swims, of everybody I know, which is over half this list, out of 8 people I know, 7. I'm going Teddy Swims. I think Teddy Swims is super dope, and I think his voice is immaculate. So Teddy Swims is my pick, unquestionably, for best new artist. Song of the year, okay, a bar song, Shabuzi, with the Jaquan Tipsy flip. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Fortnite, Taylor Swift and Post Malone. Good Luck Babe by Chappelle Roan. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. And Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. So now, I want to be crystal clear on this. My pick is Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. It is. I think that is the best song on this list. It is my favorite song of 2024. And this is not cap. Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather is so great to me. And when I seen her perform it at the closing show of the Olympics, it went up a couple more notches for me. That song is amazing. I want you to stay. Yeah, I love it. So listen, Black people, please don't get upset when Texas Hold'em does not win. Please don't get upset when Not Like Us does not win. Please don't just want a bar song to win because you know Tipsy. I'm not saying that these are not good or even great records, but the other song, like the actual song that I think is really great, and I don't understand why it's not as big of a song, but I guess we're just not in that space anymore. But that Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars song is crazy. That Die with a Smile, that is a phenomenal song. And that video is crazy too. That video is insane. I love it. But and I mean, of course, people are expecting Taylor Swift and Post Malone to win with Fortnite. I don't think it's gonna be that simple for her. Not for Song of the Year. I don't think that's Song of the Year at all. Again, if you want my pick, it is Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. I think that is the best song on this list. I think it is. It may not be the biggest song on this list, but I think we also live in a bubble. We live in the bubble of streaming. And so people are going to automatically say that Not Like Us is the biggest song of the year. And yes, probably front facing, it probably is. But the numbers that a Lady Gaga or a Taylor Swift will do just by dropping to their core audience, it may supersede what people come out for a Kendrick record. Obviously, Texas Hold'em it caused a big stir, but was it a big record? Because, you know, country stations didn't want to quite embrace it, not all of them anyway. And I have a little inside track on that, so I'm going to be quiet. But also, well, when Beyonce says, "Yeah, yo, this is a Beyonce album, not a country album," and I totally dig that because she is bigger than any genre. Beyonce is bigger than any genre. She should just be like of the year, in of the year categories because she can do anything. She's done everything. So I wouldn't. I'm not mad at her saying that. And the Texas Hold'em, I'll be honest. Even in Nashville, I don't hear it that much. Just being honest. But I'll tell you what, popularity contest aside, I love this Billie Eilish record. Shabuzi winning it would be cool because that would be because he would have a chance to win Best New Artist and Song of the Year. That would be dope for him. But so it would be for Chappelle Roan or Sabrina Carpenter, also. So, there's just things. There's just things you just got to consider. Album of the year, man. Album of the year. Let's talk album of the year. But first record of the year. Okay. The first record of the year. Now and Then, the Beatles, which that's interesting. That would be here. But hey, Texas Hold'em again. Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. 360 by Charlie. Again, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Good Luck Babe, Chappelle Roan, Fortnite, Taylor Swift, and Post Malone. So, record of the year. This would be big for Kendrick. I'm not going to lie to you. And I would love Kendrick and Mustard to win this. This is where I will draw the line. Record of the year. I don't think as a song from note 1, bar 1 to the end, this is a better song than Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. But for record of the year, I think when you look back at the year of 2024, what you will see is that Kendrick Lamar dominated this year with 3 songs. 2 of them to be front facing. I still throw Euphoria in there. I still think Euphoria is a great song. But yes, record of the year, you know what I'm saying? This is for the artists, the producers, the engineer, mixers, masters, you know what I'm saying? Engineer, hey, all of that. Yo, for this, I don't mind this going to Kendrick. I don't mind it because a lot went into this. But again, hey, my pick, if she's in the category, I'm picking it. Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. I'm here for it every single time. Okay. Album of the year. We got The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. She really went artsy. Talking on that message about Taylor Swift. She got super artsy on y'all with the title alone. The Tortured Poets Department. Chappelle Roan. Chappelle Roan, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. I like how artistic the titles are off the bat. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. That's what she said. Yeah. The Jesse Volume 4 by Jacob Collier. Brat by Charlie. XEX. I don't know if that really means something, like if it's a number or something like that. I always say XEX. Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, and New Blue Sun, Andre 3000. Listen, man, I don't know, and I ain't gonna act like I listen to every single track, but I do blame all of you for Andre 3000 getting nominated for this album of the year. Because, we love, and I mean hip hop, we love Andre 3000 so much that even when he makes us mad, he becomes a greater success. And that's a pretty ill skill, my man. That's a pretty ill skill. I don't know how this made it in here or why. I really do think it's just eyes on the category. But I'll tell you what, though, the nomination enough is alone. But if Andre 3000 were to win Album of the Year, This is just further proof that he's never going to rap for y'all for 10 songs by himself. He's never going to do it. It's never going to happen. So, and you know what? That's fine. Let this man be the artist that he wants to be. If you really praise the art of Andre 3000, then it shouldn't be about him dropping a rap album. It should just be the fact that he's creating art and giving it to y'all, period. And I think that's okay. I am not one of those people that have put Andre 3000 on the clock to drop a rap album. I don't think it's super necessary for him if that's not what he wants to do. But however, I do believe when we're talking about solo rap careers and we all want to do y'all greatest of all time list, I do think that if you're gonna if everybody's gonna make these phantom lists, right, and you're gonna try to rank everybody by everything that matters, unless you're putting Outkast as a unit in the spot, I do not like seeing Andre 3000 listed on rap lists without Big Boy. That's just how I feel. That's just what my stance is. It's not the same for Mobb Deep because Prodigy and Havoc dropped solo albums. It's not the same for EPMD because Eric Sermon put out solo albums and so did Paris Smith. Like, he is the only person in the group that we split up that has never put out a rap album. And it's honestly, it's okay. He don't want to be the greatest rapper of all time. That's y'all caping for him. And you've caped so much that now he's got a Grammy nom for the Flute album. Hey, which means I got to listen to the whole thing now. I got to listen to it because maybe he hit a nice little run or something. And I just missed it, you know. But out of these albums, you know, I don't know. Because I ain't going to front to y'all. Cowboy Carter was not bad. And I'm not going to front. I haven't listened to Brat, so I don't want to just throw her out of here. And I just learned who Jacob Collier is today. So I'm not going to do that. Of course, Billie Eilish is always going to lean for me. But I think more than anything, the indictment here is on hip hop. The indictment here is on hip hop and rap albums and how overall they're just not good anymore. Well, hold on. Let me pump my brakes just a tad. We don't get the rap albums that are transcending the genre anymore. We're not. And that's what this Andre 3000 means. That's what this Taylor Swift and Chappelle Roan and Billie Eilish and Sabrina Carpenter and Charlie. Because look, more than enough rappers dropped this year. Way more than enough. To not get one person in that album of the year category means that we not putting it together like we should be. And I'm not saying that the Grammys don't snub hip hop and the Grammys don't disrespect hip hop and rap, because it does happen. But we've come so far. I mean, look, even Ninth Wonder is on the Grammy board and is known. It's just known information. Hip hop and R&B, we gotta step it up. Those acts gotta step it up because this is a pick'em at this point. When it's a pick'em like this, it's usually going to go to the person that's just the most popular. Now, look, I don't know how that's going to look for Taylor Swift because she took a political stance. I don't know how that looks, but not for nothing, Taylor Swift has always been anti-industry. Like she been trying to sue streamers, she been trying to sue executives, everything. Like, she want her coin. She want to get her money and get out of here and just create. And I respect Taylor Swift forever for that. So this is going to be interesting. I do think that, you know, it's hers to lose just based on the life that she has. She has the life of a winner. She just has the life of the album of the year winner. But, you know, I'm gonna have to put some respect on some other people's names, like the Chappelle Roan, the joints I heard off her album. And again, the rise and fall of a Midwest princess. I want to hear that off the rip. I didn't know where she's from now. So we'll see. I think, yeah, this is kind of Taylor Swift's to lose, but maybe this is always this year. I mean, always this year. Always this award, album of the year, is where the Grammys kind of like throw us off for a curve. And we'll see. We'll just see. That's all I got for the Grammys portion of this. You know, for you know music continuing conversation or whatever. I want to say this real quick, man. The 80s sound is back, and I love it. I like everybody that's doing a lot of 80s rock inspired, 80s pop inspired tunes. Just how Bruno was bringing back a lot of the 60s doo-wop and 70s music, and how he was bringing funk back. I love how, and not for nothing, a lot of these other artists out here are bringing back that 80s sound. I don't know what y'all listen to. I will say this, that Chappelle Roan, that Good Luck Babe, there's parts of that song that feels like Stevie Wonder's I Just Called to Say I Love You. And I love the song just off of that. It gives me that feeling. Like even her cadence, and it's like she kind of like picks that and puts that in there. The other thing I gotta say maybe about just music slash Grammys, even though 80s sound is back. God bless the 80s. I made it in the 1980s, so it all makes sense for me. But Tommy Richmond, no nominations. No nominations. So now I really don't sound like a hater. Beautiful. $1 Million Baby was never it to me. Beat cool, super cool, but that wasn't it. That was never it. Yeah, he said he wouldn't hip hop or whatever, but that didn't sound like pop. That didn't sound like R&B. It didn't sound that great. So, oh well, you know. But now what I really came for, which sorry it took so long to get to what I really came for, and that is just man, UK and London artists are taking all the soul, all the art, and they are going crazy with it. I was just watching Tiny Desk yesterday. My wife and I were watching Tiny Desk. That's what one of our things we like to do is I like to fade and listen to Tiny Desk. And it's a cat I have been kind of familiar with, semi-familiar with, but I just listened to his EP, this newest one anyway, the 2024 joint, El Mean. No idea dude was from London, man. And when I first seen him, I was like, oh, hey, well, look, we finally got another brother that can sing, because I think what was it, Pink Sweats might be the only American singer left. I think. I hope I don't know. I might be wrong on Pink Sweats. Pink Sweats might not be from here either. But it's just again, man, it's just very telling that, as American music has gotten more analytic driven, it's more you know, auto tune, computer, software, anybody can do it, anybody can make it. Man, the people in, just overseas, London, UK, I mean, even Koreans, K-pop, all of that. Why everybody else is adopting the soul approach, the art approach to music, while Americans are just like, we're just trying to mass produce and manufacture just some BS. And I don't get that. I don't understand it, but it's not going to deter me from not from listening. I'll tell you that. There is um I just want to encourage any artist that maybe just can't be seen or can't be heard. If you're really creating the music that I'm talking about, then man, keep going, please. Because we're gonna find you. As a collective, we tired. As a collective, especially for people in the R&B and soul space, we tired. We are tired of hearing a lot of this just nonsense that exists right now. Oh shit, shoot. Jaguar 2. Jaguar 2 should have been nominated for something. I don't know what's the deal with that. But again, hey, look, Victoria Monet is not American. Snow Allegra, not an American. It just, hey, look, they got it locked, hemmed, and very well sewn. Rest in peace to Prodigy. And man, if you're looking for great soul music, let's just put it like that. because Cleo Soul is not from America. You know what I'm saying? Um, they're proving that Adele and Sam Smith were not anomalies because literally it's anybody from across the pond. Anybody. They are just more soulful individuals than the ones that are creating music today. And maybe it's because we've made music too accessible and too easy to create here in America. I don't know. But it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking that we, especially the Black American, we have been, noted and coined for creating soul music and creating all these genres that exist. And now we're being lapped and just disregarded by people that's not even from America. And they're putting out high quality music. So this ain't even hate. This ain't even hate at all, but it's that they're creating more fun music. It's more creative music. It's more soul driven. It has more concept and more structure. Like literally all we got is Bruno and Lady Gaga at this point and Anderson .Paak. Like there's, and again, and that's not to say that we don't have it here, but we're not supporting it. If we are, we're not supporting it at a higher clip than we need to, because I don't think Full Crate is from here either. But like, hey, look, we got Lucky Day, we got Tone Stiff, we got October London. So I mean, Money Long. There, I don't know how y'all feel about SZA, but SZA, as far as like soul R&B goes, but again, man, we need to really, really pay attention and also just support some good music, man. Support some very great and dope artists. UK got it on the R&B tip right now. R&B, soul, UK artists all day. Anybody across the pond, they're going crazy right now. I'm gonna have to come up with a list of artists / albums for y'all to listen to, because it's some gems. It's some gems out here. It's some heat out here. Over the last, it's been way over a year too. I think you can go back 10 years and you'd see and hear a lot of UK acts that are just going completely insane when it comes to just their music, their contribution art wise, especially in what we deem as Black music. Man, that's going to be it for me. Hope you enjoy listening to the live, watching the live, whatever you decide to do. And we'll get back to our music reviews on Tuesday. I might do a 3-in-1, because again, some albums just don't need deep dives. Sometimes it just is what it is. You listen to it, you digest it, it's yay or nay. And I came across a few albums like that. And I'm thinking probably the best thing to do is maybe put them all in one live versus just trying to give y'all like 3 or 4 lives in a day. We just do one where I talk about all these albums at one time. Other than that, hey, if there is an album that you think I haven't heard or you just want to hear a review on because you're not sure about it, let me know. Put it in the comments and I'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? And I'll start making that disclaimer before and after all of my music review lives as well. So yeah, if you got an album that you like, yo, I was on the fence, am I wasting my time? And if I've already heard it, I'll let you know. And if I haven't, I'm gonna listen to it and I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know what's happening. I think that's fair. I think that's cool. So until next time, man, made in the 1980s, make sure you listen to it. Make sure you buy the merch, you cop the merch. Make sure you get to just the campfromtheport.store. That's where all of the merch is at. The Good Morning, Thank God We Made It shirts is on there. That you can't be concerned with who's not rocking with you is up there. All of it is up there. So make sure you check it out. And man, always and consensually, it's love.